Alright, what's going on everyone? Today we're playing a weird deck, and also a deck that does not have lessons. Well, I guess technically we have one lesson, but we're not a lesson deck, we're not a Badger Mole Cub deck, we're not an Ouroboroid deck, which means that we're not favored to win, because those are the only things you can do in best of one. But this is a well, you can see up here, Enchantments. It's enchantments, but it's skeletons. It's enchantments. It's a weird blend of things that makes a lot of sense, actually. So let's talk about, let's do the easy stuff. We have no skeletons. We have skeleton stuff. This package, you've seen it before. It is, a 1-mana 2/2. We have a 2-mana 1/3 that isn't very good, but you kind of have to play it. Was playing, it was actually pretty good. This card, it makes sense because we are an enchantment deck and it works really well, but we just need something like Tiny Bones for graveyards, unfortunately. So I put it back in. There's a lot of reanimator decks because they're good against the Izzet Lessons deck, but make a 2/1, becomes a tutor. And the best card in these types of decks, which is 3 mana, make a 2/2, but skeletons get +1/+0, so it's a 3/2. And if you descend, you can return it, replay it, make more skeletons. Very aggressive. So that's skeletons. And in the past, we have seen these enchantments be played with bounce cards, specifically Pixie. Return something, draw a card. So we could play this, make a 2/1, play this, bounce this, draw a card, then replay it for another 2/1. Same thing with this, enters, return one of our enchantments, and have a 2-mana 2/3 flyer. That's the bounce stuff, and it also works well with these enchantments, which is make someone sacrifice or discard, give something -3/-3, and you can play this, then bounce it, draw a card, then play it again. Very good card value, right? So we have the enchantments, we have the bounce. And the reason we're playing enchantments is because we are doing the Boomerang Basics Storm Chasers talent thing. This is 1 mana, make a 1/1 otter, then we can bounce it, draw a card, then replay it, make another otter. If we play this turn 1, we make an otter. We play this turn 2, we bounce it, draw a card. The first otter is going to trigger prowess on playing basics. Then we replay this, gives us a second otter, and pumps the first otter to a 3/3. So we can have a 3/3 attacking, have 2 prowess otters on turn 2, and prowess also triggers on our skeleton stuff, on our removal, right? If we play this, we make a 2/1 and we trigger the prowess. So we have the Boomerang Basics Storm Chasers talent thing going, but in addition to that, we have the skeleton stuff, which also works really well with the bounce. And because we're playing all these enchantments and stuff, and we're in blue, we can play Entity Tracker, which whenever an enchantment enters, we draw a card. I also forgot a skeleton here, but this is also a skeleton. And then we just have a couple removal spells. And now my deck's a mess, but that's the deck. It is skeletons, it is enchantments. We draw cards off enchantments, we bounce enchantments, we replay them. This is an enchantment, by the way, so that will also trigger the Entity Tracker. And we're just like a Dimir value, but with some skeleton aggro, and that's the deck. Time to go play against Ouroboroid and lose. I really think, how am I going to start this video by rambling and ranting? I think that maybe best of one just needs a separate ban list. I think that is probably the case. And I'm sure people will say, but then the formats won't be the same. They're already not the same, okay? They're already not the same. Best of one is such a different metagame than best of 3 already, that banning things like Ouroboroid and stuff, I don't think it hurts the format any more than it already does by being so different than regular best of 3, so it's fine. I think we could just create a separate ban list and be better for it. Gruul. Breakout, yeah, we just lose to this for sure. Way too slow. There's a Badger Mole Cub. We're just dead on turn 3. Yep. Sure is fun. Pay 4 life for my lands, attack for 2. And guess play this. Sure. And now they play land, play Ouroboroid, and we quit. I'm ready. Come on, just play your Ouroboroid. There you go. Okay. Well, that was fun. Good game. Great format. I don't even know what the point of even playing is at this point. It's just, I decided that I didn't want to play against Ouroboroid and I'd quit on turn 1 against Ouroboroid. I got matched up against it, I think 8 times in a row. And I was on the draw, I think like 7 times out of 8 or so. I went first once. And it's just like, man, why even play? Why play at all? I don't know. At least we go first, but I don't think it matters. We're gonna do the Storm Chaser talent thing, but I don't think it matters. Here we go. It's your forest Llanowar elf opponent. There's your forest. Where's your Llanowar elf? There. Oh my god, it's so perfect. Yeah. I mean, I guess we gotta play this now. So do this, sack your elf. So next turn they play Cub. And then following turn it's Ouroboroid, and then we quit. Yeah. They can't play Cub because they had a tap land. But this is 2 games in a row now that we've played against this. So I think I have to just keep their mana off the board. So do this. No mana, please. Attack for 3. I want to say it was 8 in a row. And I also think it was like 10 games out of 11. I had 1 blue-white game in that. So it was just a nightmare. And this is the game. I think we're... God, what do I even do? I guess I'm doing this. I guess. I'll just keep doing it over and over again. I mean, this would be great against, you know, not an Ouroboroid deck. It just feels pointless. Because we know they're just going to play Ouroboroid and win. What a garbage format. And the Izzet Lessons deck is so miserable to play against because they take such long turns. Oh, well, that's something interesting. Opponent's not playing Ouroboroid. Playing Golgari mid-range rampy stuff? I don't know. So we have 4 mana. I think so. Bounce this. Then play this. It's plus to make a zombie. I mean, I can't keep up with that, right? I just attack them. Think we lose again, but at least we're losing to something interesting. Yeah. Well, we can kill Liliana. That's fine. We can kill both the planeswalkers. Play this. Play this. What's the plus on this? It just gets something? I think I kill Liliana. Leave Vivian. But next turn we play Corpse's Case. Hopefully win? Wow, Magic's so fun when it's not Ouroboroid. Even though I complained the first half of the video, or the first half of the game. That sucks, but I don't know if it matters. Yeah, 2 of these get through, at least. Yeah, okay. Well, we win, because we didn't get matched up against the same deck again. Here we go. Nice. You. Okay, well, that's what happens when we don't get matched up against Ouroboroid. We win, and it's fun. So I assume that was still a Badgermole Cub deck, but ramping into big planeswalkers. That's their idea. And now, we'll get beaten down by the Ouroboroid deck. I'm so miserable. This format is just making me so not enjoy the game. It's crazy. Do we want turn 1 talent or turn 2 case? Because we have a tap land. So we have to decide. Probably prefer case. Well, now we have an untapped land. So I guess we can talent. Now we can talent, turn 2 case. We draw another land. We can turn 3 corpses. This looks like the Lessons deck, though. It is the Lessons deck. Okay. Sure. Talent. Kind of want to play a tap land, play talent. If I draw an untapped land, this is better with corpses. Autopay. So they can burn my skeleton. Okay, that's a choice, I guess. Not the choice I would have made. I would have burnt the skeleton, then blocked the otter and traded. Maybe they're loaded up on talents and just want to win with otters. Grand. Sure. There's an untapped land, so it's just corpses. I think they're mana screwed, so that helps. Okay, down to 14. If I draw an untapped land, I can fear, return the case, replay it for another skeleton with haste. Yep, looking for lands. They found it. Burn my creature. Yep. Attack for 4. Draw, discard. Okay. Man, I really want to kill Gran. So I think we got to do this on our turn. So they don't get to use the mana. Makes their turn really awkward. Do I need 5 next turn? It could be okay. Although I'm also fine with just 2. No, 5 lets me bounce the Corpses of the Lost. I don't need to, because yeah, this is fine. This is fine. Play this. Autopay. Scrying means I get the corpses back, actually. Attack for 3. Do I return it, though? Yeah, I do. The reason not to is I can play this, bounce the case, get another menace. Yeah, I wish I had the land now. I didn't think about that. Although, if I kept the land on top, we wouldn't have returned this. So, it's just awkward. Do I care about preserving my life? Probably. Because once they get, ooh, that's exciting. I think it's corpses. We can attack for 6. This is a sorcery. So I think it's going to be bounce. Should I bounce one of their tokens, actually? I think I do want to bounce one of their tokens. I'm at 12. I think I'm fine, but just in case. And the next turn, I can fear, bounce the case, replay it. Yes, okay. There's the monument. I will say this deck is more fun to play against than Ouroboroid, but it's miserable once they get going, which I think they're gonna do like next turn. But this is why we needed to kill Gran, because the cost reduction on everything is huge. So they can make a treasure, play something else. But there are 5. If they kill Corpses of the Lost, they're looking at it. I don't have haste on the case. Okay. Same as what I did. Looks like they're dead, though. We can pay 2 for this. Bounce this. Play it. And attack for 6. Okay, well, we're technically doing fine. I just can't enjoy this metagame, apparently. We've dodged Ouroboroid, but all it takes is getting matched up against Ouroboroid again, and like it's just a non-game, as so many Ouroboroid games are. But we'll try it again. I mean, we're doing great after the first game. First game doesn't count, right? I was warm-up. Going first with this hand would be pretty good, because we'd have more time to get this down. It does have flash, by the way, so we can hold up what looks like a counter spell. We don't have any. We can flash it in as a surprise blocker, although by turn 3 everything's like a 12-12, so it doesn't really matter that much, but technically we can. In this game, we just have to hope it's a value-based game, because we have Boomerang Basics, we have this to draw. If we can make them sacrifice, get this down, it's Lifegain. Okay. Play a black land. So we can make them sacrifice this turn. We can also give -3 this turn, which would be good if it's the Orzhov vampire lady. That's not it. Okay. Well, we probably want to use this early, and we can pass, see what they do. Yeah, no reason to play anything right now. Land. Oh. Well, this is fun. So I play this, kill this. I think it's just Momentum Breaker, Boomerang Basics this turn, because there are 2 cards. I think keeping them off lands is good, or off cards. No drawing. We'll play this, bounce this, which returns it and draws a card. Okay, next turn I can Entity Tracker plus Forsaken Miner, or kill something. There's something I gotta kill. I get to get a land, okay. That sucks. I get another land, okay. Pay 2 life for this on black, we have to do this. Then force them to sacrifice Amalia. They have 2 lands, so they're in top deck mode. I don't have an untapped land because I could play this and this, draw a card. But at this point, it is a value game that we're going to win. Not win the game, I don't know that yet, but we're going to win the value game. There it is, cool. So we'll play this. Play this draw. Corpses is great, because that will also draw from the tracker. So we're out drawing. That can draw, right? 2 mana, 2 life draw, yeah. So now they've got a draw engine going. Okay, another entity tracker is interesting. 1, 2, we have 3, 4, 5. I can have 6. I gotta play this first though, I think. Play this. Draw a card. That's interesting. I'm gonna play this. It has haste. Play this. Draw a card. Okay, we're seeing the skeleton enchantments now. The skeleton enchantments are drawing cards. Opponent goes to 15. We know they can draw cards. We know they can gain life. That's not scary though. Other than the life gain is a problem. That sucks. What do they take? They take my skeleton enchantment. Makes sense, I guess. Yep, they gain a bunch of life. They draw a bunch of cards. We might lose the game, but again, any loss against, like, you know, a real deck doesn't feel bad. Do I play this first, then this? Or do I try to draw another skeleton enchantment thing? I think I'm just going to go for more cards. We'll play this. We'll play this. This draws 2 now. So make a 1/1. Draw 2. Land? Land. Well, that doesn't do much for me. We can surveil for next turn. No. Then we can attack with these 3. They block? That's weird. Why? They must have another one in hand. And they're going to give me my enchantment back? This all seems really weird to me. Does this deck play Raise the Past? Weird, huh? I don't get this at all. The only reason this makes sense in the slightest is they have Raise the Past in their deck. Well, let's just play this draw. We draw 2. Or they have a board wipe, which I still would rather draw 2 here. This is fine. Draw. Draw. I would take this action here. So even if there is a board wipe, we rebuild. Board wipe or Raise the Past? What is it? Because that was weird to just wipe your own board. They did have another one. I suspected that. Okay. But how... they do have Raise the Past. Wow. Okay. That's a lot of life. That's for sure. They take corpses. We can level up talent. Get Shoot the Sheriff back. I think we're going to lose to the Starscape. Yeah, are we just dead? We are just dead. We're dead. We're dead. It was Raise the Past to kill you. Okay. We'll just concede then. Well, we lost to a not Ouroboroid deck, which is fine by me. We didn't win the card advantage game in the end because they drew... They drew, what, they had Halaya into Lunar Convocation, like back-to-back. Remember, they were out of cards. They had 2 lands in hand. They drew this, and then just outdrew me. You know, the 2 top decks are just putting out like 40 power on turn 4 or drawing their entire deck, so losing the card advantage is like, wow, that was a real game of Magic, kinda. And that was against the Lifegain, which is previously would have been considered kind of an unfair, annoying deck. But now it's like, wow, they just drew better than me. Look at you, opponent. Well, my entire hand is selectable here. What is it, though? What they pick is going to indicate what type of deck they're against. Black should mean removal for the skeletons. Okay, they have creatures. So not black-white control, probably. Just play this. Pass. Swamp. Nothing. Okay. We'll play Case. Get a 2/1. I thought they had an island at first. This is a swamp. Very tricky. If they kill this, they just turn our Case on, so Sure, we don't really need the graveyard. We're not playing Accumulated Wisdom. We do have, it is Orzhov control. I get, that's why, okay, yeah, it makes sense now, I get it. That's why they got rid of the sacrifice, because they can get the Ketromose. That makes sense, okay. Attack for 6. This deck drains its own life, so you lose 1 draw, so our aggro skeleton plan is pretty good here. Scry to top, always scary. Don't like it. Pinnacle Star Cage is brutal. Okay. So 2 for this. It has haste. Boomerang Basics. Bounce this. Auto pay. Draw a card. Can play this tapped. Black. Enters tapped. Attack for 3. Down to 13. We can double Nowhere to Run to kill the Ketromose now. Never mind. Well, let's see what they do. Are they scared of my aggro plan, or do they want to keep Ketromose alive? Okay. Corpses is highlighted, but it doesn't actually return on their turn. Only my turn. That's pretty good, yeah? So we'll pay 2 for this. We make a skeleton. We attack for 6. And then do we return corpses? I don't think so. Play this. Auto pay. Return case. Outrageous robbery. Okay. What did they get? We have lots of good stuff. They could have gotten Boomerang Basics. Does it? Can you? Is it any color? Yeah. Corpses. Okay. They still can't block. So we have lethal attack. Play this. They can't block anything. These have menace. This can't. This isn't active. So I think we're fine. Yep, nice, okay. Well, Magic's fun when you don't get matched up against Ouroboroid. 8 games in a row. That was pretty cool. Alright, well. How do we feel about this deck? It's good if you can dodge Ouroboroid. Felt good, felt the card advantage, the bouncing stuff felt great. I just love, I love that skeleton aggro plan. Corpses and case. I just love this stuff, and the bounce feels good, being able to bounce case. If you already have haste, right, you can just bounce this, get a menace skeleton. That's a 3-1 because of the pump here. So all of this feels great. The Storm Chaser's talent's fine. It didn't feel necessary. I felt like this was just good enough. The enchantment type is nice though, and the Boomerang Basics Storm Chaser's talent plan. We did have a game where leveling up the Storm Chaser's talent could have got us a removal spell, so it's not irrelevant, but it doesn't feel necessary. This felt great, the game we played it, even though we still lost, but we did see how much card draw we can get from this, right? So, deck feels fine, and it felt pretty good, actually, in fair mid-range matchups. We beat the World Champion deck, but you're probably just going to lose to Ouroboroid, so that's just something to consider. Every single deck you play, you have to decide, do you want to just die to Ouroboroid and it is what it is, or do you want to target it? And this is a choice to just say, we're going to have fun in games where we don't play against Ouroboroid. And when we do play against Ouroboroid, well, what do you want to do? I don't know, it is what it is, but cool deck, I liked it, and that's my assessment. Thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like if you liked, and I will see you in the next one.